We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Houston Texans. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Here's Wilson. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. If you look at the defense for these Texans, they've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let him dink and dunk all day long.
That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. It's complete. Ball has it knocked loose, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Wilson. Escaping the pressure. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Zach Wilson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Okay, break.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Buffalo 18.
And Stroud now to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. 3rd and 12. And the tight end goes in motion left.
Trap 60, trap Warriors 70.
Stroud on 3rd down now. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, You go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Texans hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Stroud working out of the gun. That's out wide here for Robinson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Let's go.
3rd and 3.
Go street. 18, pioneer. Dragon 60. Ready.
Stroud. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Who dumps this one off here to Hall. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Now Wilson. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Past the 20. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Texans TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd down, Wilson. On the out route, and he loses the football a 2nd time. And he's got room. And the Texans scoop it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, remember, he had a fumble earlier in his first half and got saved, but no such saving here. It's a turnover.
Yeah, and as a coach and as a teammate, you're hoping that he learned from the first one. There was a lesson there. But obviously, he doesn't have enough focus in order to lose it a 2nd time. That simply can't happen if you're trying to win a game.
Quick throw to Collins. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Stroud sets up the play action. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Come on.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Man in motion left. That's Collins. Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the 2nd half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Play action. Now Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Bronco 80. Check,
And they'll send Miller in motion right. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Cup 19, Cup 19. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think probably you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And going to books is a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. for him with Wilson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Texans take over an excellent field position.
70 Timberwolves. Tempo.
Man in motion left. That's Collins.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Another one caught by Collins. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just achieve.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Man in motion left, that's Collins.
19 tight. Ready.
Stroud here on 3rd and long. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And he'll be kicking into the wind in the 4th quarter now. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and the lead will hold at 10. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
19 Tiger.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Option play. Here's Hall. There he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws.
Let's go now.
Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Pirates, 79 Broncos. 18 Rattler, 18 go.
Stroud looking to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. Taken in at the 22. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. They go play action now. Wilson. And check down, complete to Hall. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Osa Odighizuwa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Inside the 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. There's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. In trouble, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
Robinson on a give right side. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now a 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
They'll run with Robinson. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Ready.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Houston, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets,